The Duchess of Cambridge and the Duchess of Sussex were all smiles today as they joined the Queen at church in Sandringham for the Christmas Day service. Kate, 36, and Meghan, 37, were greeted by adoring crowds as they made their way to St. Mary Magdalene Church, a short walk from Sandringham House on the royal family's Norfolk estate. Prince William, 36, and Harry, 34, joined their wives as they put on a united front amid rumors of a rift and mounting tensions between the two couples. It was confirmed earlier this month that the Fab Four were going to spend Christmas Day together despite claims of a falling out. Hundreds of well-wishers turned out to see the royal family, but the Duke of Edinburgh and the Duchess of Cornwall were missing. Philip and Camilla did not join the rest of the royals as they made the short walk. It is understood the Duke is in good health and will spend the day relaxing privately with his family. Camilla missed an appearance at the Olympia Horse Show last week due to a heavy cold and is believed to be still recovering from the bug. Behind the lead group strode Peter Phillips holding the hands of his daughters Savannah and Isla, and they were followed by Princess Beatrice and Peter's wife Autumn Phillips. A few meters behind were Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank, who smiled at the crowds as they walked towards the church. Towards the back of the group were the Earl and Countess of Wessex with their children, Lady Louise Windsor and Viscount Severn, the Princess Royal and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence and Zara and Mike Tyndall. The Queen arrived in her state limousine with the Duke of York. It began after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced they were moving out of Kensington Palace to live in Frogmore House in Windsor. There were also reports of a falling out between Meghan and Kate during Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress fitting before the royal wedding earlier this year. It was then hinted that the Cambridges would spend the day with the Middleton family in Berkshire, and Harry and Meghan would spend it with the Queen. However, Kensington Palace confirmed they would be celebrating the day together in what is expected to be a show of solidarity between the royals. Royal fans wait at the church each year to get a glimpse of the family to start their Christmas festivities. Many had brought bouquets of flowers or had got in the Christmas spirit by wearing Santa hats. Poised with her camera phone in the crowds was Karen Anville, 40, from Waddlington, Norfolk, who snapped the royals smiling as they left church last Christmas Day. She said the photo had been like a lottery win after she posted it on social media before a professional photographer at the church put her in touch with his agent. She said by 5 p.m. the same day, the picture had gone viral and it has since been sold to at least 50 countries. Sales of the photograph have enabled her take a year off work, clear debts and pay for a house revamp. This year the Duchess of Sussex is enjoying her first Christmas as a member of the royal family. But the American former actress is in the rare position of already having spent December 25th with the Windsors. She became the first non-married partner invited to Christmas lunch at Sandringham with the Queen in 2017. Now an HRH and a Duchess, the ex-Suits star is 7 months into her royal life, and due to give birth to a royal baby in the spring. The traditions followed by the royal family at Christmas are a little different from many households in the UK. While most people across the country open their presents on Christmas Day, the royal family still keep to the German practice of opening their gifts on Christmas Eve. Known as Heiligabendbescherung, which translates as Christmas Eve exchanging presents, the tradition was popularized by Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. The Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh and other royals usually congregate in the White Drawing Room at Sandringham House the day before Christmas to put the finishing touches to a 20 feet, 6 meters, tree cut from the estate. Presents are placed on a white linen-covered trestle table, with cards marking exactly where the piles of gifts should be put. The Queen likes practical presents, but not overly extravagant ones, and the royals also reportedly like to exchange joke or non-costly quirky gifts. Kate revealed that she was left stumped over what to buy the monarch for Christmas during her first stay at Sandringham. "I thought back to what would I give my own grandparents, and I thought I'll make her something, which could have gone horribly wrong," the Duchess said. "But I decided to make my granny's recipe of chutney. I was slightly worried about it, but I noticed the next day that it was on the table." Diana, Princess of Wales, once fell foul of the royal rules on present giving, apparently buying cashmere sweaters as her first festive royal presents, and getting joke gifts such as a loo roll holder in return. At 5 p.m., guests enjoyed tea, scones, sandwiches and cakes from sideboards in the saloon. Afterwards, they dress for dinner, with the men in black tie and the women in evening gowns, with the table set with the finest china. Sarah, Duchess of York, once described the royal Christmas as exhausting, having changed outfits 7 times in 24 hours. Sometime after 10 p.m., on a signal from the Queen, the doges are led out and the ladies adjourn, leaving the Duke of Edinburgh to serve port or brandy to the men. On Christmas Day, the royals awake to find stockings filled with small gifts and fruit at the foot of their beds. After the morning service at the Church of St. Mary Magdalene on the royal estate is a traditional event where they greet well-wishers. Back at the house, lunch is prepared by their staff and served at 1 p.m., and the royals indulge in a giant turkey, reared at Sandringham. They then settle down to watch the Queen's Christmas speech. The Queen sometimes quietly leaves the room and lets her family watch the national address by themselves, as she views it alone to see how it comes across. Boxing Day, when the royals enjoy a breakfast buffet of kedgeree, bacon and eggs, often involves outdoor pursuits such as shooting, riding and walking.